And I want to talk to you about a really dark time and something that God gave you. And I'm going to get emotional talking about it. Tony wrote a song called Wine into Water. And the lyric is the strongest thing in the world. It says, "Tonight I'm as low as any man can go. I'm down and I can't fall much farther. Once upon a time, you turned water into wine. On my knees, I'm begging of you, Father, help me turn this wine back into water." Now, we're going to do it in a minute. Most powerful thing, we were talking about that song, and we were looking at actually another song. We went on the internet and found 230-something thousand hits on a YouTube thing that we didn't even know was up. And we started reading the comments.
Wine into water.
Wine into water. We started reading the comments.
Well, let me say that I don't even know anything about the computer. I don't own a computer. And so he was showing me how things work.
Right.
He was demonstrating to me some things. And like you said, we stumbled on Wine into Water that somebody else had put up there.
Somebody else had posted the song.
Which I didn't know you could even do.
They did.
And then underneath it said 200 ever how many thousand hits. So now you can tell.
And there were comments that we read through, and it was page after page after page of people that said that this song had brought them back from the pit, from the very edge of hell. Like one story about a guy that had his toes hanging over the edge, sitting in the truck getting ready to blow his brains out that you met this boy out in Oklahoma. He turned on the radio and heard that song, remember?
Oh, I remember, man. He was a big kid. He was a football player. He was in Tampa, Florida. And he came up to the table. I always meet people at the table. I sit at the table and meet people after every show. And this big old kid came up. He waited till the very last after everybody had gone through. And he came up and kind of looked around and squatted down. You know, he didn't want anybody to hear what he said. And he said, "Man, I just want to tell you about Wine in the Water. He said, this would have been like March. He said, last Thanksgiving I started smoking crack." He said, "I'd never even tried it." And this was a clean-cut guy, and he had a nice life and wife and kids and a good job and all that. Anyway, he got hooked like crack will hook you like that. Yep. I mean, crack is bad, bad. And so he spent all his money, all his savings. His wife left him. He got fired from his job. His kids were gone. And I mean, imagine that. So he took his pickup truck out in the field, and he already had a hose. He kind of made him up a thing with it attached to his hose, you know, put his exhaust pipe, rather. Had this hose and ran it in the cab. And this would have been like January the 1st, somewhere around in there, because he had a lonely Christmas and didn't have anybody because everything was gone. I couldn't believe it. He had it all rigged up, had closed the door, had carbon monoxide pumping in there, you know. I mean, he had already had it going on. And he told me he turned the radio on, and right that second, Wine into Water came on. And he had never heard it. And he listened to it. He told me he listened to it, and he turned off the truck, dismantled everything, went back. I know this sounds crazy and corny maybe, but he was able to quit smoking crack. He got his job back. His wife came back to him. His kids came back to him. And this happened, like I said, it started in about Thanksgiving, and by March, he had lost everything. By March, he had all had it back. And he said it just saved his life because he was committing suicide, you know. So there was things like that on the internet today that I had no idea. I mean, this guy told me in person, but I didn't know there was all that stuff there. That much stuff. I'd looked at our website before and seen a few stories like that, but not like today. So anyway, I started crying. I broke down pretty good. It was good for me, though. And I was amazed. 230 something, ever how many thousand? That's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of people that are.
You know what? If God can use an old donkey, He can use a couple of mules like us.
I know, ain't that cool? That's cool.
Will you sing his song, brother?
We wrote this in 1994. You've heard, let me do that again. You've heard a multitude of prayers on my behalf, and I pray one more is not too much to ask. I've tried to fight this battle by myself, but it's a war that I can't win without your help. Tonight I'm as low as any man can go. Yeah, I'm down, I can't fall much farther. And once upon a time, you turned the water into wine. And now on my knees I'm turning to you, Father. Could you help me turn the wine back into water? So many times I've hurt the ones I love. I pushed them to the edge of giving up. They stood by me, but how much can they stand if I don't put this bottle in your hand? Tonight I'm as low as any man can go. Yeah, I'm down, and I can't fall much farther. And once upon a time, you turned the water into wine. And now on my knees I'm turning to you, Father. Could you help me turn the wine back into water? I shook my fist at heaven for all the hell that I've been through, but now I'm begging for forgiveness and a miracle from you. 'Cause tonight I'm as low as any man can go. Yeah, I'm down, and I can't fall much farther. And once upon a time, you turned the water into wine. And now on my knees I'm turning to you, Father. Could you help me turn the wine back into water? Would you help me turn this wine back into water? Yeah, yeah. God loves every one of y'all in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, T. Grant Brown.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you, United States of America. God bless our soldiers. Thanks to the band. If anybody wants to say hello, there's a table over here. Bring it down, bring it down. If you want to get your neck hugged or hug on neck or have a picture made, get an autograph or pick up some music, any of that stuff, Sheila's over there at the table. I'm fixing to walk over there right now. Hey, thank y'all so much for coming and supporting this. And on your way out, put a little extra money in the pot if you want to. And Pastor Bubba, thank you very much. And Mayor, you straighten things out, because I know there's something needs straightening out.